Hello and welcome to NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime. NIMASA This Week, of course, is your favorite nautical authoritative, brought to you by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, the nation's apex regulator, promoter of all that has to do with merchant shipping, the management of our marine environment, and the harnessing of the blue economy. My name is Ubong Isien, and it's always my pleasure to be your guide on this voyage.
My name is Chief Dr. George Mogalo.
Senator Binta Masi Garba.
Bonamuse is Rollins McFoy, the President of Women in Maritime Nigeria.
You are watching NIMASA This Week.
You are watching NIMASA This Week.
NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of the maritime industry.
The voice of the maritime.
NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime, showing on these stations.
Welcome back. It's still NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime, and we begin with what I call the State of Our Seas report. And this report is coming from both the IMB, the International Maritime Bureau, and the IMO, the International Maritime Organization. We're talking, of course, about Nigerian waters and, by extension, the Gulf of Guinea. And to put this in proper picture, take a look at the graph on your screen. This new piracy report covers the period starting from 2018 to 2022. In 2018, there were 48 incidents of piracy in our waters. In 2019, we had 35 such incidents, and in 2020, 35. By 2021, Nigerian waters experienced a significant decline to 6 incidents. And here we are in 2022, December, and not even a singular incident of attack in Nigerian waters. That is the state of our seas as things stand today. I think what is most important with this situation is its impact on merchant shipping. It means that seafarers can come to our waters feeling safe, and seaborne trade can continue without the increased cost occasioned most times by the war risk insurance. And of course, you know that cost gets passed down to you and I, the eventual consumer of most of the goods and materials that come to us by our waters. After all, over 70% of all we consume comes to us through shipping. Well, on today's episode of the program, we begin as always with the Director General's diary. What has Dr. Bashir Jamo been up to? You get to find out. And as promised to you last week, we bring you our first installment of what happened on day one of the IMO Secretary General's visit, Mr. Kitak Lim, plus our other regulars. So, if you're ready, it's anchors away.
Introducing the NIMASA Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and NIMASA will respond. The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, has bagged the award of Outstanding Administrator of the Year. The award was given to the DG at the 2022 edition of the New Telegraph Awards held at the Federal Palace Hotel, Lagos. Dr. Jamo, who is unarguably the most decorated helmsman of the country's apex maritime regulator in recent history, noted that the recognition is another reminder to redouble the efforts as Nigeria's apex maritime regulator and promoter. The achievements that earned Dr. Jamo the Outstanding Administrator of the Year award are as follows. He positioned NIMASA as the sole agency for the promotion of the blue economy agenda and midwife the production of the Nigeria's national blue economy to serve as the roadmap for the realization of the nation's blue economy goals. Dr. Jamo has also battered the framework for tackling maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea, known as GOG-MCF Shade, with Nigeria and the Interregional Coordinating Center in Yaoundé as co-chairs. His tenure witnessed an all-time decline in piracy and the removal of Nigeria from the red list country, thus making the nation's maritime domain safer for the shipping business. The NIMASA DG added that the visit by Kitak Lim, which is the first by an IMO Secretary General to Nigeria in over 15 years, is a testament to the renewed confidence of the international maritime community in Nigeria.
And if you look at the maritime industry, there is no country in the world that it belongs without maritime. I thank you so very much and I appreciate you, and I'm dedicating this award to the maritime industry stakeholders and the media at large. Thank you so very much.
The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, received in audience representatives from Stenula at the agency's headquarters in Apapa, Lagos. The Stenula representatives were at the agency to invite the DG to the launch of their new Automated Identification System 2.0 satellite in Denmark, which would hold in December. Recall that Stenula were at the agency earlier in the year to sign a letter of intent with NIMASA and the participation in the worldwide AIS 2.0 demo project. In attendance of the signing ceremony was the representatives from the Danish Trade Council in Nigeria. Dr. Jamo wholeheartedly accepted the invitation and assured his attendance. The International Maritime Organization IMO Secretary General, His Excellency Mr. Kitak Lim, was received at the airport by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transportation, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, on his arrival, and the Director General of NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo. On that same evening, a meet and greet dinner was organized to officially welcome him to Nigeria and to acquaint him of the series of activities that will take place. Here are the highlights. The Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, His Excellency Mr. Kitek Lim, says maritime nations need finance to invest in fossil fuels. Mr. Lim made this known at the 2022 Nigerian International Maritime Summit held in Lagos on Monday. He noted that this would help reduce carbon footprint in the environment. The Secretary General stressed the need for a market-based measure to be adopted to help generate funds used for technology development of fossil fuels.
Our focus over the coming days is on the blue economy. This is essential because the world needs a sustainable and efficient shipping industry to keep the wheels of the global trade in constant motion in a safe, secure, and sustainable manner. It is against this background that shipping is undergoing substantial change, taking on board new technologies and the digitalization, tackling climate change, and working to improve its diversity. There can be no doubt that the decarbonization is one of the greatest challenges of our time.
Lim noted that IMO would help support Nigeria's maritime industry to achieve cleaner oceans and a greener shipping system.
As we continue to look at how to incentivize the availability and the scalability of low and zero carbon marine fuels and technologies, IMO will continue to support developing countries with our capacity building as well as partnerships and the project aimed at supporting an inclusive transition. Decarbonization gives us not only challenges but also many opportunities, which was mentioned by earlier speakers in many different ways.
He commended the Nigerian Navy and Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency for effectively collaborating with local, regional, and international partners to achieve success in the war against piracy.
I'm pleased that IMO and the Nigerian government has worked together to develop a port community system for electronic data exchange for its ports. Across the region, it is encouraging to see the continued success of efforts to eradicate piracy and armed robbery against ships. In particular, the significant fall in piracy incidents in the Gulf of Guinea, but we must remain vigilant. I'm grateful to all coastal states in the region, particularly Nigeria, that have made positive strides to deliver this success and are clearly making progress in assuring the safety and the security of navigation within the region. In this regard, I would like to express my deep appreciation to Nigerian Navy for its excellent work to eradicate piracy cases in the region, and also excellent collaboration with NIMASA. As far as I know, Customs Office also helped a lot. So I would like to invite you a big hand for the excellent cooperation.
The Minister of Transportation, Engineer Muazu Sambo, while declaring the summit open, noted that finance was a critical driver for unlocking the potential of the blue economy in Africa and in particular Nigeria.
The agenda over the next 2 days captures important questions, opportunities and challenges associated with our quest for achieving a sustainable approach to harnessing the blue economy in Nigeria. To highlight a few, finance is a critical driver for unlocking the potential of the blue economy in Africa and in particular Nigeria. Sustainable financing models are therefore important to build critical maritime assets such as shipyards and ports across the country.
Mr. Sambo noted that the need to reshape the way the shipping industry operates in the face of current and future challenges ranging from changing climate and decarbonization by 2050 cannot be overemphasized.
The discussions within the global community on the need to reshape the way the shipping industry operates in the face of current and future challenges ranging from a changing climate and the need for rapid decarbonization by 2050 cannot be overemphasized. Nigeria's commitment to the sustainability of the blue economy is demonstrated by the adoption of the UN SDGs. To this end, an expanded Committee on Sustainable Blue Economy in Nigeria, under the leadership of no less a person than the Vice President of the Federal Republic, is driving the implementation process and to perfect the agenda for a national strategy.
The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transportation, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, stressed that the ministry is working tirelessly to develop the various components of the blue economy.
The focus is on promoting and developing the various components of the blue economy, which entail traditional ocean industries such as fisheries, tourism, maritime transport, as well as new and emerging activities such as offshore renewable energy, aquaculture, seabed extractive activities, marine biotechnology, and bioprospecting in a sustainable manner with a view to actualizing the objectives and targets of SDG 14.
The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Dr. Bashir Jamal, asserted that the African continent needs to be active and speak with a unified voice.
But the issues at stake, one is technology, two, finances. If you look at the developed countries, the issue of technology, innovations, as well as finance can never be an issue. So the African continent, we must be able to be up and doing, speak with one voice, to let the international community understand the effects, the consequences of these issues. If we want to certainly achieve the 2050 deadline by the IMO and the other international bodies, then certainly the issue of research and development, training, technology, innovation must be the front part. So,
the Chief Executive Officer of Sea Transport Group, Alhaji Aminu Umar, highlighted key points that industry stakeholders should push to help reduce carbon emissions in the country.
One of what he was doing before cardinal points, one of it is how to optimize our voyage plan. So the industry came up with voyage optimization plan. And what does that mean? It means if our vessel is calling at a port, we are supposed to look at what is the best time to arrive at the port and be able to adjust our speed. Because the way the main engines of ships are designed, the higher the speed, the higher your consumption of fuel. So the IMO now directed that we look at it in a more economical way. And with that now, we all created what is called an optimization voyage plan. All the ship owners are working on that.
The chairman, Morbid Group, Mrs. Margaret Orakwesi, called for information sharing among stakeholders.
There should be monitoring and well documented their usage of infected, let me use the word infected, AGO. But to find out that we don't have the technology, which is very expensive, and we've been asking for transfer of technology, and we all know that the so-called industrialized nation global village. What that simply means is that there is need to pass out information, share data, knowing that whatever that happens in country A will definitely affect every other person.
Welcome back. It's still NIMASA this week, the voice of maritime, and at this point, we go straight to see what's happening online. So you can continue the conversation with the DG of NIMASA. He's at Jamo Bashir on Twitter and also at NIMASA Official. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. However, when it comes to doing business within Nigeria's maritime space, we've said it before and we'll continue to say it. Maritime is a very serious business. Maritime is governed by rules. It is a very heavily regulated sector. If you don't want to run foul of the expectations of these rules, NIMASA continues to play its role as regulator and promoter. Your best bet remains to make the NIMASA official website currently showing on your screen your first port of call. Thank you for watching today's edition of NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime, and we hope that your understanding of the various activities of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency has significantly increased, and you can appreciate how fortunate Nigeria is to be a coastal state. In everything we do, let us think about our oceans and the profound effect it has on our lives. Indeed, the ocean is the ultimate symbolism of any great journey. So till I see you next time, my name remains Ubong Essien, and as always, stay on course. Bye-bye.